Have you ever felt like you're drowning in your own ambition? You start off strong, excited, motivated, focused, a perfect plan, clear goals, but this time will be different. And then life happens. You miss a day, then two, then the voice creeps in. See, you are not serious. You can even stick to your own plan. Suddenly, you are not just off the track, you're ashamed of it. You hide from your goals, you avoid the journal, you scroll past the habit tracker. And the worst part, you start to believe the lie that falling behind means you are not cut out for growth. But here's what I finally understood. Growth doesn't happen in a straight line. It's not clean, it's messy, it's deeply human. And the moment you stop expecting perfection is the moment you can finally start making progress once again. Let me take you to a normal Monday. You wake up early, energized, ready to go. You open the notebook, check the goals, and before you even get to step one, ping, email, ping, urgent, and that's it. A day is hijacked. By 11 a.m., you're in the reactive mood. By 3 p.m., you've forgotten the goal you were excited about. And by the time evening comes, you are telling yourself, I'll get back on track tomorrow. But the real truth you need to face is that you weren't too busy. You were unaligned. You let the urgent win over the important because you never stop to reflect. And when you confuse movement with meaning, you can be in motion all day and still go nowhere. There was a phase where I believed in maximizing every minute. New habit added on, new goals stuck in, new system, let's optimize even more. Before I knew it, my life was a spreadsheet, tidy on the surface, but completely unsustainable underneath. I was trying to run 5 races at once and wondering why I kept burning out. Eventually, I learned something game-changing. Ambition without prioritization is a trap. You don't need more goals, you need the right ones, because real progress doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the essential things with focus. Routines are supposed to create freedom, but there is a moment when they start to feel like a prison. I remember journaling every day, but it started feeling like just another box to tick. Work felt robotic, even workouts became stale. I wasn't lazy, I was disconnected. I had lost the why behind the routines. So I stopped. I asked myself, do I still care about this? Does this align with the version of me that I'm trying to become? That one question brought me back to life, because routines without purpose become performance, and performance without meaning eventually breaks. Here's what no one tells you. Missing a day isn't what derails your growth. It's the guilt you attach to it. You skip a task, then shame yourself, then avoid the task altogether. Then you feel even worse, and suddenly you are not just off the track, you're off your own identity. For me, the turning point came when I stopped judging myself for sleeping and started noticing instead. Not I failed, just I missed a day. Shame creates distance, but honesty brings us back. You don't have to be perfect, you just have to return to be back on track. I used to wait for motivation to show up, like a spark, like it would suddenly strike and carry me forward, but it didn't. And I started to wonder if something was wrong with me. Why was I only consistent when I felt like it? Then it hit me. Motivation is a myth, it's not reliable, it's not renewable. It's a spark, not the fuel that will keep you going. What fuels long-term growth is discipline. And discipline isn't about intensity, it's about showing up when it's boring, when it's unglamorous, when no one claps. That's when real identity is built. I've tried everything: productivity apps, habit trackers, goal templates, weekly planners, color-coded systems. I kept telling myself, if I just find the right tool, I'll finally stay on track. But it never worked, because I was trying to fix discipline with design, trying to replace action with optimization. Eventually, I had to face the uncomfortable truth. It's not about the perfect system, it's about the imperfect you who chooses to show up anyway. Tools can support you, but they can't replace you. You are the system. So these are 5 ways to get you back on track. First, reflect weekly, not daily. Stop overreacting to every slip. Zoom out, review the week, not the moment. Patterns are more important than perfection. Then label, don't judge. When you miss something, say, I didn't do it today, not that I failed. Focus on the data, don't create the drama. Then prioritize 3 goals only. You don't need 10 open tabs in your life. Pick 3, do them well, let the rest breathe. And then reconnect with your why. Write down why each goal matters. Read it weekly. If the fire is gone, maybe it's time to realign. And redefine discipline. You are not weak for falling off. You're strong for coming back. That's what discipline actually means. Not perfection, but ability to return every time. So if you are off track right now, if your plan fell apart, if your goals feel distant, let me remind you, you are not broken. You're just human, and this is part of the process. Growth doesn't require you to be perfect. It only asks that you return again and again and again, because the people you admire most aren't the ones who never fail. They're the ones who refuse to stop showing up, and that can be you.